My name is Aisa Savak. I'm a PhD researcher with the Liverpool Cities. My thesis is about well-being, inequality and urban form. We can think of well-being as the ultimate goal of human endeavour, and it's a way of measuring social progress, and it's becoming a key consideration for policymakers. For example, in 2010, the Prime Minister launched a programme to measure well-being regularly in the UK to see how we are progressing in a quality of life and not just a standard of living. The NEF have found that well-being has been improving year upon year, but in fact the inequality of well-being has also been increasing. Whose well-being to improve, what resources and where is a judgment call that policymakers are faced with regularly. Now, if these improvements were the source of public funds, was this the best use of public funds? Are there losers as well as winners? Who's winner improving? Is it the ones most in need? The pattern of disparities in well-being have formed an unequal geography where spaces of injustice are formed. And here we have two different terms. We have spatial inequality and spatial injustice. Spatial inequality is simply the unequal distribution of opportunities, resources, outcomes over a certain geographical unit. And spatial injustice is the intentional effort to maintain these inequalities in a certain space. The state has a key role to play on the distribution of uneven geographies. You have unequal distribution of infrastructure, rapid development, globalization, for example. They're all linked to uneven development, urban or regional. Some researchers talk about citizenship premiums, and they also talk about a mental shift to think about not social inequality as the key driving factor, but location, because location is now a higher determinant of inequality than your social background. So your place of residence will have a higher impact on your income, your outcomes, your health, than your social background. This thesis proposes a spatial injustice framework where we take some of these neighbourhood effect processes, which are institutional processes, geographical, environmental, and social processes, and how they influence life outcomes, such as health, social exclusion, social mobility, as well as occupational mobility and education. And if inequality is spatially structured, what's the role of urban design? How can urban design influence these factors, and can that improve well-being? All four factors can increase inequality. Inequality can be due to personal preferences, natural advantages, but institutional mechanisms have additional powers to influence geographical factors, social processes, and environmental processes as well. So what's the influence of these institutional processes on urban design? And if whose well-being continues to be a key consideration for policymakers, how can urban design improve well-being and reduce spatial inequality?